Hi, my name is Allison Livingston, and this is my story. My daughter was born spirited and passionate, also known as strong-willed and defiant, with her own way of doing everything. She never, ever wanted to be told what to do. She would become obstinate and resistant whenever we did. However, I was a competent mom and had strong opinions about the best way to achieve results. We were on a collision course. How could I do my job as a good parent if teaching her the best way to do something would push her buttons and send her into a tantrum and fits of obstinance? I couldn't see that learning was messy by definition, and trying to control it was ridiculous. We would get into battles that were awful, intense, scary. These interactions traumatized the whole family. I looked for tools because I needed support and found nonviolent communication, which was started by the brilliant Marshall Rosenberg. He and the local center showed me how my feelings were messengers and crucial to being an integrated whole person. Plus, emotions connected me to the universal needs and life energy. This was completely foreign to me because my focus on achieving life's results, life's A's, such as getting into a top college, excelling at my career, I had unconsciously decided that feelings were uncomfortable and not for me. Emotions were often overwhelming, inconvenient, and scary, especially embarrassment, uncertainty, fear, and anger. They seemed to conflict with my persona of competence. I had no room in my life for any of these hard feelings because they would get in the way of keeping everything together. How can you stay in control and be efficient with uncertainty and anger around? A big part of the nonviolent communication program was to teach you about your feelings, which was amazing and necessary because every time I turned around, my daughter would have one. She was angry when I said no to cookies before dinner. She was inconsolable when we had to leave the park. She would rage when her sister took a toy. She was resistant and cranky when it became time for bed. I was hoping that NVC was going to help me deal with her emotional outbursts and get her back in control. I still wasn't prepared for me to feel them. I just needed tools to stop my daughter's emotions. Not exactly how it worked out, but that was my hope, especially when she was 2 or 3 or 6.5 or 8, well, all her life. So I was out of my sphere of experience. I had no idea how to be a success here. I would either go into shutdown and withdraw or get angry and frustrated and take it out on her. I would try to be calm and then after the 4th time just lose it. My reactions would make her react more strongly. It was awful. I wanted to learn more about conflict, so I trained and became a mediator and practiced nonviolent communication and being a mediator for 10 years. I've also been a kids soccer coach and running coach. The great news is that over the past 15 years, I developed survival tools I call the 5 steps to connect, a set of practices that allows me to prioritize self-care, reclaim my emotions, stop taking things personally, listen deeply, and set limits. These practices allow me to recenter during or after a reaction, connect in a deep, real way. Now I don't just go through the motions, but I experience a full life. I wanted to share the 5 steps to connect because if I had kept going in my effective, efficient mindset, I wouldn't have the relationships I do now with my 2 daughters and husband. I would have wasted precious time with them, overly focused on accomplishing stuff and doing it right. Worse, making my daughters do it right instead of learning in their own way of how to be in the world. Because I was so focused on doing, I was trying to manage them. I was trying to make them into what I thought they should be, what they should be doing. I was caught in a fixed mindset of living right. I thought that being a success and teaching them to be successful was my main role as a woman and mom, but it wasn't. It is modeling and living into the uncertainty that is humanness. And I couldn't model what I didn't have. So the first steps of the 5 steps to connect were mine. The happy ending part is that this 5 steps to connect are things we can all practice, and it is never too late to connect with those we love. I was able to learn how, and you can too. The foundation was discovering that I am worthy, whole, and enough, without doing or accomplishing anything. I learned how to be present, and what the heck presence even was, how to slow down, how to have one-on-one time, and really be there without thinking of the other things at the same time. Most importantly, how to listen and be who I really am. I stumbled on big obstacles along the way, as this is hard stuff. If it were easy, we would all be doing it already. But the connection you yearn for is possible. Take the first step today. Contact me at 5stepstoconnect.com. Thank you for listening.